G'day guys and welcome back to Jans_gaming for another Dokkan battle video. So for today's video, of course, I'm away on a work trip and Dokkan has decided to tweet out the details for both the 7th anniversary LR EZAs. So shout out to them for always picking a time that doesn't suit me. But fortunately I got my laptop with me and we're going to jump into the details here. Now these did come out like an hour or so ago while I was out for dinner and I've had a good read and they look to be absolutely insane. But we're going to start with the physical Super Saiyan 4s, and then we'll move on to the gods. So the leader skill here pretty much stays the exact same. All that gets added is one extra key, sort of what we were expecting there. So nothing too crazy on that front. But passive boy, it gets crazy here. So we've got the entrance animation, and then we get 77% damage reduction, which is a crazy amount, and launches an additional super for one turn. So that first turn with that damage reduction is going to be absolutely nutty. And then we've got the guard for 7 turns. So combined 77% damage reduction with guard, defense is going to be crazy. We've also got 2 key and that extra 100% attack and defense for those 7 turns. Then for our basic, we've got like our start of turn, we've got 200% attack and defense, and then we've got still got the 2 key per key sphere obtained. For every key sphere obtained now, we do get 10% attack and defense. So if we are grabbing 8, that gets you the full buff up to 77%. And then for every one of those rainbow key spheres, you get the 10% chance to crit, which isn't really the craziest thing in the world. At 17 key, you get the additional super attacks. That is down from 20, which is great. And then when you're at 20 key, you get the attacks effective against all type, which was what I was referring to, the crit not being the be all and end all. So with that, you also launch an additional super attack. So this guy can, quad super now, hidden potential. At 20 plus key, quad super is just going to be absolutely crazy, because as we flick along here and we go into our super attack effects, we now greatly raise attack and defense. On super attack effect, whoops, I accidentally got out of that there, but you can see that does apply to both 12 and 18 key. Imagine this guy, first turn, 77% damage reduction, 4 greatly raises of his attack and defense and guard. It's going to be craziness. So remember, from the 4th turn, you can then transform into the physical Gogeta, and continues to be super crazy. So Gogeta also gets the 77% damage reduction for the 1 turn, so he's going to be near on untouchable with that there. You've got a base stat of 300% attack and defense. We've got the 2 key per key obtained, attacks effective against all types, he guards, 50% chance of performing a crit, has a guaranteed additional, and also a scatter. And that's just your start of turn. Yep, we'll continue on. So we randomly change a key sphere to rainbow. So we've got that for 4 turns there. For every key sphere obtained, we now get up to 100% attack with the 10% per key. So 10 orbs are going to complete that. For every rainbow key sphere, we also get crit and damage reduction plus 10%. So on that first turn, if you get the 3 rainbow key spheres, he's just going to be maxed out damage reduction. Literally nothing can touch him. So that's going to be absolutely insane. Then when you activate the active skill or 24 key, you get 50% extra attack. When receiving attack, we have 50% damage reduction when HP is 50% or less. And also when receiving a super, we have a 70% chance of nullifying and countering. Then nullifies it and counters with tremendous power when facing, so it looks like we get a guaranteed nullification when the enemy's HP is 50% or less. So craziness there. That's just guaranteed. For our super attack effect here, we massively raise attack and then greatly raise defense for the 12 key. And then on the 18 key, it is a massively raised attack and defense for 4 turns and disables enemy action. Like, I actually don't know what's going to be able to kill this guy. like, because he's against normals, he's going to be fine. And then when you're going up against the supers, because you've got that scouter here, you're just going to be able to counter it. So I don't know what Dokkan's planning on cooking up for these bosses, but it's going to have to be very, very insane to match with Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta. Not to mention that he's also on a kabillion teams. You combine this guy next to the AGL Super Saiyan 3 Goku with the extra damage reduction and defensive support. It's going to be absolutely mental. So really excited for this EZA to drop here. And we also have, whoops, I don't know why that clicked out of it there, but we've got the TEQ gods as well. You'll see these guys do pretty much mirror each other. So we've got the exact same with leader skill, where it is just an extra key for the Kamehameha category units. They've got the entrance as well, where they get the 1 turn of 77% damage reduction, launch an additional super for 1 turn. They've got the 2 key, 100% attack and defense, and guard for 7 turns. Start of turn, we've got 200% attack and defense, 2 key per type key sphere. Got the orb mechanic again up to 77%. The rainbow key spheres up with the crit, and then launch an additional super, a 17 key additional super, and attacks effective against all type at 20 keys. So, yeah, as you can see, literally the exact same unit on this base part here. And the same goes for the 12 and 18 keys, so we've got greatly stacking attack and defense on both 12 and 18 keys. So, as same as the Super Saiyan 4s, you're just going to want to get as many of stacks of this as possible before then going into the blues here. So, let's check out the blues kit for you. So, we've got, again, the 1 turn of 77% damage reduction, start of turn 300% attack and defense, the 2 key per key sphere obtained, attacks effective against all type. We've got the guard, 50% chance of performing a crit, 30% chance of getting a dodge, then changes int key spheres to rainbow. Then, for 4 turns, you also get a second type of orb that's not int, changed to rainbow as well. So it's a double rainbow orb changer, which becomes insane because, again, like the physical Gogeta, you get the orb key. The orb provides an extra attack and defense 10% up to 100, so 10 key spheres is going to max that out. And you get 10% dodge and crit with each of those rainbow key spheres. So that's going to be crazy because you got your 30% chance to dodge here. If you can get 4, bang, 70% chance to dodge straight off the bat. So that's going to be really, really effective there. Not to mention he's got guards, so he's got a mechanic for the normals as well. So 7 or more key sphere obtained means an additional super. 20 or more key means another additional super. When we're at 24 key or activating the active skill, we get an additional 50% attack. And then when attacking, we perform a crit and launch an additional super when the enemy's HP is 50% or more. And then when receiving an attack, evades enemy's attack when HP is 50% or less. So to me, that reads as like a guaranteed dodge, which seems absolutely insane. So I'm guessing that that's probably 1 turn only, because otherwise, like, that's just going to be too crazy. You can see we've got all of these additional super attacks built in here. We've got the crit, and with our super attack effects, we massively raise attack for 1 turn, greatly raise defense, and then massively raise attack and defense for 4 turns, disabling enemy action once. So, like, as you can get here, and if we scroll through these, like, these 2 units are just beyond, whoops, as I accidentally click it, like, they're insane. The fact that they've got an amazing 220% leader skill, they have multiple 220% leader skills actually. Like, yeah, I think if you've got these guys with dupes, they're going to go absolutely insane. Really, and the same actually. These guys too, they're a power beyond Super Saiyan, so they're going to be able to get the support from Super Saiyan 3 Goku to give them some damage reduction on top of what they've already got. Yeah, I think these guys are going to dominate this game for a long time. Like, the TEQ VEGETA team and the AGL Gogeta team are just getting even more crazy. So let me know which of the 2 is your favourite down below. don't forget to like and subscribe if you want to keep up with the content, and hopefully I'll catch you all on the next video.